Now here we have created the spaces for our rooms. The next thing we need to do is to calculate the cooling load in each individual area. So the cooling load is the heat load from the radiation from solar loads, equipments, and the fresh air, and also for the occupants inside the room. So I'm assuming you are well aware of this, and you must also know the thermal properties of each walls, like the concrete wall and the glass property, U value, and shading coefficient, which is the SU. Here the office space name is quite small, so let's make it bigger. So now we're going to go to analyze heating and cooling load calculation. So here we are asked first is to place the location of the project, the office building type. We're going to create it as office. Let's go for the location. If you have the internet, you can use the internet to search for your location. I'm connected to the internet, so I'll just put it as Kuala Lumpur. Sorry, my battery was closed. Search anywhere there. Let's put it. That would be okay. Address. Kalana. Sorry. Okay. Kuala Lumpur. Okay. So now we have placed the location. Ground plane will be level 1. Our project phase will be the new construction. Here you don't have to place anything, or building envelope using use function parameter or identify exteriors element. So let's say the building service will be it will not be a central heating or central cooling fan coil system. Let's use a fan coil system first. For this small office, we can use a VRF system. Building infiltration, let's say it's a little bit tight. Let's select the region. Now here we're going to go to the details, and then we're going to select the building model and the detail. Here we have the office one. Then we can provide all the required additional information. We have an open space, building construction. We can go here. What type of office? We have already previously provided these properties. It's an open plan office, let's make sure this is about 10 square meter per person. The floor area will be 10 square meter per person, and the outdoor air flow rate should be 2.5 liters per second. Additional outdoor area per area of 0.3 liters per square meter. Here we can use this, and lighting load we can have to place it. We'll just place it as it is first, or we can specify it. 11 watts per square meter should be more than enough. So let's put 10. And the power specified about 16 should be okay, or 15. So that is the office spaces. Save setting. Let's go to cooling load. And let's go to office space 2. We can also add in the same changes what we have done using the individual properties of an open space. Okay. Or we can go to the default, which is for all these items. This will be the default is the service type for all the changes that we need. We have already prepared it to be a fan coil unit system. Our heating information should be not applicable. Let's just maintain it. And here our setting for the cooling of information is, let's create 24. Should be 24. And our cooling air temperature, which is let's provide it as 30 for this below. Click OK. Let's also have some humidification set point of 60 because we are in tropical areas and it's difficult to have a set point of less than 60% RH. Here we're going to look at it first. We have also these different types of so we have to set one by one each spaces. You have to set all these, or you can you have to really set it one by one. So we're going to set another one. Open space building is here is by space specified, area per person, and by specified means okay. Here we have the lighting load. Let's set it as specified, which is what we have, 10. And here we're going to specify it as 15. Okay, the building, I don't know what's happening with there, it can be selected. We just have to find the construction. Here is where we need to place all our we can follow this building. We can override the properties using this, or we can use the construction one. Let's select it and place it in the construction. So let's move forward with it. So here we have to set all these individual offices or the type of construction. For us to set it in one time, once only, we don't need to set one by one, and we'll just use it as building. Let's go to the general type and select this schematic type. This is shown building. Then you can click this small box and let's set the properties of the roof, exterior wall, exterior windows, and floors, and then interior walls. If you have a ceiling, you can also specify it, but for this exercise we do not have it. Click OK. So that means every single one of these will be in that schematic type, which is the building, which we have selected before. The space type we can also select as a building. We have already specified it, open space. Here we're going to set it as an open space. Here you have to do one by one. You cannot spaces by spaces. You have to place all these. It's like doing the cooling load calculation. But once you have changed this, it will apply all these changes to your system. Subsetting. And now once now we're going to run the heating load calculation and see the result. Here we can use the calculation, and we will use this result for the sizing of our air conditioning. Here is the summer, which is 34 degrees, correct? Wet bulb is 27. Winter, actually we don't have any winter, so we're gonna leave it as it is first, because this is software is for 4 seasons country, so we still have to have the calculation for the heating. So here is the total cooling load for office 662. It's about 5 tons based on our calculation. We don't have much load because of the 10 square meter, and also we have less solar loads. So basically that is how to create your cooling load calculation for each room, which is this. Each room you have all this peak cooling capacity, which I think is generally okay for this small area. So that is how to run a cooling load calculation in Revit.